The chat's here. Go ahead, ask me a question. Queen, where are you? Queen, where you at? Where are Queens? Queen's gone far. Come on. That's not quick enough. Come on. This is the one that you haven't blocked me on. Truly yours, sincerely, is forever. Calling committee. It's Mr. Dunwity. Okay, so somebody riddle me this, buddy. Come on. Come on. Bono's this. Jack? It's okay, because I was the last one with it. No, that don't mean Jack. I'm gonna get some live animals in here eventually. Is that the chat? Hmm. What was your fireworks tonight? I can't do that right now. You want to give it up to the Joes? Too much what you got. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Live in. Live in. One song recently I heard, Shining. All this winning, I've been losing my mind. And then in that dome. See what I mean? Don't speak. No, just what you're saying. Sophie needs no reason. Huh? When? It's not funny. Like, this song you'd rather really break your character for. Really. But, So what do you know? Clarificational purposes. I feel like it's a disintegration. Deformation almost. Disinteger. You know, has anyone actually shown any disinterest? If this was in a magazine, would you buy the magazine? Would you have kept it? Phenomena. Phenomena. Does it take ownership now when I'm selling shares? Take it, take it. Hey, give it, give it. Take it. It's all just one person. Which has now become the same person over and over again. And this happens so easily and very quickly. The herd mentality, pack mentality. I am not gonna lie. As you changed the world, what was the impact that you had, and why did it, and how did you change it? Yeah, and then now you live with yourself. You live with yourself. There's a whole row of single people in mansions. Yeah. So disintegration. Um, One thing you found out that would annoy me Are you gonna keep a secret? I didn't give you that. Never mind. I survived. As I get older, I'll have more pain, discomfort. However, if I keep in particular levels, it should be okay. There's people now who are of, are at a stage in their lives, and they're perfectly fine to me, right? So that's what I try and do. Is look perfectly fine. Your phone is a crutch, isn't it? Your phone is a crutch. Or the Zimmerman. So, next question. I mean, once today, someone stopped the traffic. It was like, hold on, man, why is that happening? It's like a clearing, and then this scooter sort of, what do they call them things? She was a woman. Over a bridge, actually. We get one of those. Mercedes got a bike, a push bike. You can cycle yourself fit again. I'm just saying your hip bone's connected to the. How am I connected to you again? A Halloween prop should have been your your thigh bone. With a whole bunch of like nails coming out of it. Just sand it a little bit. Porous it. Split it somehow. Why is nobody up here? Where's Queen? Queen, where are you? Come in, Queen. Queen, where are you? Nobody's going to join the chat. Somebody go join. Come on. The one thing about this now is that you talk V2K, you mentioned this. To be left alone. The repercussions of this for the rest of humanity. The voice of. You are. Talk to your dog. Talk to your doggy. Your dog out here going more viral than you. So this probably is a Vatic something, yeah? When it gets down to this, where was it used? Why did they use it? This. And everybody got a microphone. Everybody has a microphone. Everyone has a microphone. Now, you use it, you don't use it. V2K for the people? Or your dog? I did. I had the president fly over. Yeah, he did. He flew over here. Whatever it was, Air Force One. It just so happened people and available. See? Anyhow, you gotta join the army. Would you join? Not forgetting all those lovely ladies, lovely women of the army who took interest in me and my dating profile. I don't know how I got to some place where I was planning a coffee or something. In America. Bar base? Never mind. You read? It's a true story. It's a true story. Otherwise, they just don't work for me. I have one. I just rolled on, and then when I go back to it, the bill was like really high. I never used. Is that funny to you? I don't think you can say smooth anymore. Who's smooth? It have to be mutilation. And genetic. It's taking me seriously. Come on here. Come on. I don't know. I don't know. Agenda crisis. It's like crisis is 2 words. I was born smooth. You can take the breath away. Yes, with Chris Rea on the beach. Yay. Christopher. Come on out here and start a project. Get them running in the background. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can I call my lawyer? So, where was I? Completely independent. I'm independent now. Independent. Nobody likes me. And it's evident, no coincidence. Yeah. You give you give it a go. You give it a go now. No, it's not working. No, it's not working. No. He went for clothes that are quite old as well. My clothes that nobody wants to buy now. No one wants to buy my clothes. Vintage. Oh, vintage is very in. There's shop stores outside that handle vintage clothing, specialize in vintage clothing. There's a whole thing that happened over here. I'm part of the person that donated because it's a charity show in the corner road. My clothes. So there's a whole bunch of that. Oh, little did I know, I knew. They said they want to come around. You get in trouble for stuff? Now, you're young, you want to break out. One of the things that's going to help you break out is, but the guy who's going to help you get it, or the guy, is going to come on here, and everyone's going to find out what you did. You go, what? For what? Some of these things are just a big hoo-ha. Sometimes it comes back as serves. Look, whoa. Sometimes it comes back full stop. Serves you right. you know, overline on top of that. A big burger. From majority eventually, it's like, this is what I mean, that confirmation of your efforts in your time to one person. Now, everyone's efforts are going to be disregarded or, accepted, and then by one individual. And it's that individual. No. So the whole thing, the whole is with this inclusion of developing intelligence, these concepts that existed before, and we could say narcissism, is reinvented now. Or is it replicated? Like, how could you ever just sit there? Like, who's the graffiti guy that does 10 foot? You, what encourages growth? What would encourage you to grow? I'm not wrong, am I? For example, if someone's standing there getting shouted at, as opposed to someone who's being talked to very well, who will grow better? Now you want to rate this, rank this in terms of a classify. You want to classify this. You want to label this. You want to rank this. You would like to prioritize. You would like to variety. I'm Nobody has to worry about it ever again, do they? Is it my mistake or your mistake? What do the computers say? Give it a try. Gave it a try. Well, it comes with a lot. It comes with a lot. One of them is a phone book that you just don't get with anything else. You don't. For all inquiries, please. Now, what choice would you choose to get involved in that moment is up to you. It's up to you. And like, you might as well just hand a piece of your brain to your phone. Or I just feel like neighborhood watch. I'm a neighborhood watchman. I'm a neighborhood watchman. I am that as well. And that. Yeah, and that. And that too. And you can't be all of those things at the same time. You can't possibly do all these things at the same time. You just can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't possibly do all these things at the same time. And all this stuff, all this other stuff, like the drama is all we know. Drama, street, late. I mean, teatro. The drama, it's like, I could do it, and we could do one in the street, a production. Like, when somebody does something completely out of character, wouldn't you appreciate if it was just a little bit in there? If they just had a little bit of character going on. All right, okay, it's just me. The drama, drama, drama. Unless you've just been sitting on the toilet for ages. Hashtag dump. And you're off. Oh my gosh. No. It's just sad. You stop me. You stop me. You stop me. No, don't stop me. Don't do that. You stop somebody in the peak of all the processes. You've got no time to waste. You're not just acting old, you are. You said to yourself, when you get over there, you're going to be old. Now you're literally around the corner from it. You want me to be enthusiastic? Hey, what? This is defiant on ethos and your immediate vicinity. I can't be responsible for so many of these things. Mine has been tarnished, even including varnish. With a little bit of garnish. You they call it the opposite sex because it always goes in the opposite direction. Because it does. "95% of people find their relationships at work." That is 95, right? Chat. It's 95 chat, right? That number must change every year or every time. And what is the final on that statistic? So now that you've got a partner, and I can no longer consider that void. What you gonna do when you can't say no? When you do you want to end that remix with Alive and Kicking? You can't do that. Especially now when the boys are back in town. That's Destiny's Child. Karaoke. What you gonna do when you can't say no? It shouldn't happen a lot. Being somewhat like name me a big artist that has not made an album for a long time. And you'll be surprised at some of the names. Because, me doing what I'm doing is in particular conditions. Some of the reasoning. I mean, my technique alone will blow the doors straight off the hinges. It's G's. I see it the other day again too. That all the experiments that happen, all the classified and then declassified, are actual departments, like divisions. So from that happened, from this came. In those experiments, the only thing you're going to learn is the threshold, the human threshold. And you have no clue. It's like if I did, how did you do that? Oh, like voodoo. Oh yeah, voodoo. And everybody just wants to do voodoo on each other. You do. I can do. Easy. Believe me. You're very dedicated on your microphone. So the anatomy, Anatoly. the Ayatollah. Take you, make you. So so the human ability. Like, I'd like to run tests on you during this time. You know how like how this lie is for supernatural, superhuman results. You know, I'm Mister. I'm Mister. And you will keep missing. This is a lie. Mhm. This is a lie. The enemy knows pain. You send me to where every day? Or I go to where every day? Huh? For ground white stuff? I said this before. You really do not want to be walking around talking to yourself. That's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not funny. You know, people say all this stuff about the government. People say this stuff about you're not going to make it or keep going or would join part of the protest. People campaigning in the street every day. The same one that's going to knock me out of my job, the same one that's going to put me on the street. You know, the same one that makes you forgetful. Same one that make you misplace things. How long is that going to take? I am not going to try in that aspect anymore. I can make workout videos for days. Is that easy? Is that thing something I should leave? You know, you gotta pencil and pad. How do you draw attention? It's true. This is what I'm saying. I can't do everything myself. This is so annoying. How how ex- how much would 1 year of your life cost you? Right? Now it's 1 year. Now say ask them 2 years. And don't be stupid. Don't be a dum dum. Don't be silly about it. Now say 3 years. Now progressively, I'm gonna fucking lose it in a minute. I'll fucking hate you. All of this stuff. All of this stuff. It's why if I can do everything, then everyone who does look at me, like every new Snoop Dogg fan, can find what they need and carry on with your life. However, if you come here and you look and it's not really something, you know, or you've never been a fan of music, you don't listen to music, I find that hard to believe. You pay You pay for telepathy. No, you pay for your phone. You get a subscription after subscription. It's just gonna happen. Somebody rings you. What's gonna happen? And you can do all that. For me, the human need like three things: a phone, a computer, the toothbrush. I find it possible. I find it possible. You know, the other thing is, let's be on. Let's be realistic. Let's give you examples. You see me, however, then there's another guy who's maybe same size as me, but just massive. Who would instantly motivate you more to work in that aspect and move in that aspect? Not me, right? First time, first. So why should I make all the effort to even try and compete with it? You know, you've said nothing, yet visually you're stimulated, and you're in the middle of a chain reaction. Na, 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 na. Like so many chain reactions. It's not a bad thing. It's true. The other thing is that because a lot of things are assigned, a lot of things, and this fascinates. No, there's none from me. Like, what's it called? Without boundaries, borders without boundaries. Now, is that what it's called? That's completely up to you. I don't really have to explain one after the other. However, you know, like what you choose to educate yourself on is your choice. However, how to be a mute and assault people, how to the idiot's guide, the dummy's book on the mummy. A tough crowd. They want to say, "Who's tough? Who's tough is it, buddy?" Ah, nobody wants to care about you anymore. Nobody really wants to care about you anymore. It's one thing to say that you can, and then the fact that you are now Snoop's biggest fan. That really makes no sense. It's not in line with the point I'm trying to make. That you and your friends can all do the same thing. That's all the people that uh heard can relate to that period of time, and then therefore you relate with me, and then therefore everyone involved at that time and who was mentioned, and in that town. You do your research, you do your work. So be it. No, these things, these ongoing things, these things that you like. This is what I mean. What's the point of making all this effort when V2K can just all take it away? You want to do visuals. You want to do. You can't scratch and if it. You can poke it, so you can touch, view. No, you can't touch. You can look, but you can't see. I mean, so me saying no to working my backside off, neglecting myself from a good diet, looking like I'm trying to crash every single day to break and go viral for people that don't care. Why should I bother? So the rush, there's no rush. There's no rush here at all. You know, okay, let's say this. You're digging, or you're going, you can't see it. It's like digging the tunnel for, what is it called? HM? The, you know what I mean? You're going. As you just keep going, you're going. You had an indication of how much there actually was. But it's been so long now that it's just loads of it. And So that's constraints and thresholds. This is just it's not the greatest story. Oh, it's official. So leave that. There's never going to be a part of me that would want to, uh, you know, all I'm gonna do is keep doing what I gotta do. Work for my universal allowance. You know, I don't know what this guy wants to do. However, we, you, you create the problem, man. And when you do that, then you gotta solve. To think that I couldn't solve this, like I said, people die every day. The golden era, the golden generation of people are going to sadly pass away eventually. There will be no one left. There will be nothing left. Imagine it. And I said 4 or 5 years ago, why have you come to me now for this? Uh, I said, do you know there's generation younger than me who are more willing, more, and is it a majority that, or some of the bad things that have happened in the time, according to a number of incidents? I want to see the future. Is this a fact? I'd like to think that I could do something that would reach you at this moment in time. You know, or this period of time, You know, I feel like I have made it. I feel like I have made this period of time. A lot of people ain't. To make it certain, to be absolutely solidified in that, you have to, you gotta ask yourself, you know? Like, who is actually gonna be bothered? This, this is when what happens? I want to say nothing else. I have enough to live on for the rest of my life, should I choose to live off it. I probably won't. There's no point in even suggesting that I live that long if this is the case. Now is the time where they can talk about life and ending life, assisted. Which reminds me, if you can get the real thing, why would you want to be assisted? And let's just spell it abbreviated. Ta-da! I think assistant's a really good word. Talk about it. Talk about it. The electricity bills went that high, and I go life support 24/7. How did that happen? There was like It's like a pipe. Somebody just went chain and it cost hundreds, millions. There's not even anything I could say. If you have become stronger, more intelligent, more in tune with, better vibes, you know, having a better, some type of rhythm in your life, you know, not even wearing black and white every day, black a day, white a day, black and white, white and black. It's really not one of these things where I was gonna blow any kind of cover. However, you gotta find something that's worth dying for. I think this has been not a lot of talk that's been happening. A lot of stuff that's been going down. Too much. Falling by the wayside. Statistically. Oh gosh. This is my spare time. This is my spare time. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Still nobody on here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Join it. Come on. So, look, now there is no need for this, or is there? Lieutenant Chatwin, and then there might be, unless it's me. You know, the way these things can be avoided, there is no point for me to elaborate on everything for free. There is just none. You know, I'll just have to deal with crippling pain. And it's one thing being a productive citizen. It's one thing. It's definitely one thing, man. You know, your phone's a crutch. Oh, you should get this. You should. I don't think there's many. I'll be honest. I thought the market was saturated. Infatuated. Saturation. I thought there was so much. No, I don't. The end game is near. If you haven't done a lot of things that I can't take you seriously, I can't rate you. And we'll say again, I have a generation who is older than me. I have this is the other thing. Every single year is a different generation. And these generations can only go up to where? Be realistic. I have 4 years, 50 years. And of that 40 and 50, there's only 20 you could potentially say, or 30, 25, 25 to 30, you could say are active or not even productive. We're staying active. They don't want to see this. They don't want to see this go forward. What else are you going to see in the world? So much. Oh my gosh. To be what are they what is supposed to word for it now? Lonely. No, it's not called lonely. This is the thing. It's I think language has changed. Language has to change. You can't be a Manchester United fan all your life, can you? Well, I've just forgotten everything. Come on, man. Let me prove a point now. So what to say? This is what I mean. So going forth, what do you suggest to your children, to your future? It was made. When it was made. They call them made men. I said that's a made man. Or is it man made? And now I think it's not bad to hear it come from me. Because this the other thing, it's like everyone around me never got anything back from me. And there's no exchange of anything either. Is it rewarding? Is it beneficial? I have no associations for a very long time. And there's something that knows you very well. I'd say things that have been abolished should no longer exist, except for records. In company. It's unreasonable rationale. I said some stuff. I did say some stuff. I always say stuff. Is it that one or this one? And never saw them again. Never saw and heard of them ever again. I've posted it already. I've posted it already. Right, it's gone. However, You can pick things. You can pick so much. Oh, the situation as it is not a good one. I can take on pretty much anything I choose to take on. However, with this new uh, training or torture, harassment, uh, now to think that I want to chase phenomena after phenomena, perceptionally, or to think that I'm some adrenaline junkie, or to think that, I'm a thug, or to think that, you know, I'm gonna not be able to face these secret societies or people in these rooms who are supposed to be have that perception, have this perception. Who is your inspiration? Who are your inspirational, motivational figures, key figures, as opposed to who's your emergency contact, or as opposed to who else am I going to say? How am I literally going to put you down? Is there anything else? You feel privileged to know me or even be related. Yeah. Oh, here's your boy. Here's your boy. Your supposed whatever, and you do nothing. Literally nothing. So I'm gonna kill a lot of stuff. I'll kill you a couple of times. I'm gonna kill you, a lot of times, man. And what I don't like is it's still you. The impression I'm giving that this is a free society. This is a free world. You know, you get way too comfortable. You get it's comfort. I'm this comfort in me. I'm comforting to you through this. When what? When? Oh, dangers, dangers. Why don't you come and live in England then? I I'm used to noise. I'm used to a lot of things. So sticking to this and going forward, I'm gonna make some music. I'm gonna make music. Now you gotta be hot or not. You gotta be good, or you don't have to be good. At least you've got an explanation. Cause some of these dudes ain't nothing else but just physical activity. Some of them just are not too, interested. And some of them are really good. Now, to me, I don't need to do that anymore. I think you all know why. I don't complain. There is. Now, I need someone to complain. This this stuff, people smile too much nowadays for no apparent reason. I could do with someone like you. It's been how many years? I know nobody has the actual courage, or nobody has anything, or wants anything to do with me. Now, if this is a competition to be the loneliest, I still haven't won. I still haven't won. I haven't. If it's a competition to be the loneliest, I still haven't won. However, the other thing I don't want to become is this, like, I've become it. It's been an opportunity for many, things to just have been said. So cool. Your own flesh, your own blood, your skin. You know, before every one of you, always my mama, and there's one other person, and I'm sure most of you don't actually give a shit about. So that clears up a lot. Otherwise, like, talk about danger. You're gonna be burgled, you're gonna get robbed, you're gonna beat you up, you're gonna do this to you, you're gonna do that to you, narcissism, you're gonna play that. Why are you gonna act like you got mental problems? They're gonna act like the issues, they're gonna be repetitive about it. So what? Don't care, harass you, unnecessary questions. not allowing you your privacy. Spending your money, eating food, wearing your clothes, driving your car, leaving no petrol, drinking all the milk. Cheating on you. How does one of them sound any different to cheating on you? This is the literal truth that when I have come around to it now and still hold the same opinion on all matters and all aspects, but I fought damn hard for my years, my life. Nobody matters to me anymore. Nobody matters to me anymore. It's very surreal. This network of association. And then being kept here in this part of town. Being kept here in this part of town. What was your plan? My plan is to relocate to where I'm working. That's not happening. This year, I knew this year is wiped off. This year done. This year over with. This year's done. This year's over with. This year done. This year over with. So rock on with your bad self. See, even to name a song, I don't want to do that. I don't. It gives you, and it gives you. It's true. Because the ability to just bring yourself out of any situation with a saying, bring yourself out of any scenario. Who has memorable things to say? Who makes you laugh? Who distracts you? Who is distracting enough? Who is? Who is? Who is? You don't even have Messi anymore. You don't even have Ronaldo anymore. You don't. You don't have. Who do you have? This is not discerning. However, everything about me needs to be changed. It needs to change. There's too many. I hold no weights. I hold, no anchors. No one's anchoring me or doing anything else. I'm gonna go. I look at this time and I think, that's gonna put some people off. But then I can easily do this. Now, because drama's all we know. Huh? Those are ladies, man. Yeah. Uh, it's going to get to the point where I'm not stupid. I'm not, and the fact that the only word you'd probably use in your head towards me, about me, at me is along the same lines as that word. A good thing about, if it is a narcissistical thing, that they should lose their temperament. And then it gives you the grounds to defend yourself. You just have to be ready for that moment. So all this going on, you ain't gonna find a way out. You gonna give me a plane ticket? I don't have any appreciation. I don't have anything else for this world. I will keep going. I'll put my head down and keep going. In terms of any interest with regards to any relationships with anybody, it's very clear, it's very obvious. There will be no continuation in that aspect unless it's for work or I am being social. And there's no longer any use for any of this stuff. It is now private. It is now it's now a it's the next move after nothing. And that's a wrap. It's going to be felt. It's going to be received. It's going to be lost as rejection. Rejection for a lot of time. So now you can't say that I haven't taken rejection, because I have. I'm taking a lot of rejection in front of you, in front of the world. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Why don't you just put everything you do ever years? And you cheer this on. You cheer on my effort. You're not cheering me on. You're cheering on this guy. You're cheering on this shit. Let's be honest. Break up the word shit. No, I'm joking. It's a hit. Someone's trying to kill you really fast. It's a joke. It's not true. I can get over this if I receive a payout. If I get paid millions of dollars, millions of dollars. If I get paid millions of dollars, millions of pounds, millions of pounds, then I can look past this. I don't want to have to work another day in my life. The other thing is, right, humans do not need to be killing each other or whatever it is that's been happening now that I'm associated with. Humans just are not like that anymore. And it's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. There's a big issue with determining how hard a hard man is. Oh, there is. I say, what did I say? What's his name? The guy's name? Anyways, that's left my mind. There is definitely a thing about how hard man is nowadays. Some of the things that have been said about me and happened. Gosh, I was young. I was young one time too. Does that sound strange? Young maids? All of this is the truth. I know that the news will still scare people. I know you need to do your thing. I know this is, goes hand in hand with a lot of things, and then it doesn't. But again, we'll say this. Whatever time has for you, it has for you. If time has something for me, it has something for me. It is boring. It's very, very boring. And the only thing you can do is release official statistics and give them information on the future and see if it ever does anything. Break into their house at night and steal their TV. Why? Why do I need to motivate them? For my universal allowance. It's too much of a broad statement to involve the entire universe eventually. Like, what does this Earth think? Why does this Earth think that anybody wants to mess with it, or deal with it, work with it? The problems this Earth has are unnecessary. The other thing is with the rollout of 5G, 7G, 9G, 12G, whatever it's going to be, you probably will feel the effects. I'm done from this moment onwards. Opinionated people, no thank you. Discriminatory people, no thank you. No, nothing from you ever. You know, I was gonna allow. I was, I was gonna allow you to chat nonsense and see what it would do, what the computer would say, and then just respond accordingly. Just respond accordingly. As otherwise, none of these things work. I can take it in real life. However, when you do the extra thing, then how can I take that? You see what I'm saying? You're in your own environment, doing your damn thing, and then all of a sudden you got this and then someone's trying to do that, like you're carry on doing the thing, and then you think to yourself, "Oh my gosh, I'm gonna lose my life. I'm gonna lose my opportunity." It takes 1 year of your life to completely fall away from everything. It takes a second. Take and this thing where you want to go, come back, or you want to mess up and you want to do it again. You want to mess up and you want to do it again. You want to mess up and you want to do it again. That's just a big no-no. It's a big no-no. So meeting new people is preferably, it's probably preferred. The thoughtfulness, being thoughtful, to be thoughtful. I've been completely distracted. It's like having a fan on between my legs. It's crazy. I noticed that there is insults on them right now. The thing I believe, and it's quite sad, is that, you know, coming this way, doing it this way is pretty obvious. And that if you're not going to show that your presence and that you think you function better via stabbing people in the back. You function better behind people's backs. That's one stab. And I don't need that. And start talking some other things. Move on from, what you may then go on and blame. Use, say, oh, that's the blame game. Explained. I'll tell you, this is all. You pull me up out of my life, talk shit about all these fucking nobodies to me now. And I don't appreciate it. When the guys are, oh, you could be a podcast, or you could be a YouTuber, or have like a show. Oh, we blah blah blah. As a TI, you need to research more into TIs and see the actual literal outcome of a TI. And when you realize that they go through that pain, that trouble, that in life, there's no other outcomes for them. And some of them probably don't go through that much pain, according to me. This can be tracked. All this can be measured. You just need the technology to do it. However, I'm pretty content with what's happening. When you feel your freedom coming back to you, you will take it. You will accept it. However, now nothing has changed still. I can't. How am I going to rest? How am I going to sit? And this is why, inevitably, 2026 next year should be more interesting in terms of my freedom and not having to take part in anything else anymore. I don't really care. I don't care. You get to the point where people take too much too seriously, or like groups, or you in a group and then you leave the group and they're like, oh my gosh, yeah, don't bring them back in there, blah blah blah. How can you be happy with seeing the same gesture all day? So forget all that. Mm. Mm-mm. You know, I have said enough for today. I believe the only way to get through and stay through is to be happy. Or, you know, just try me. Just try me. The oldest. Oh, it could be Little Nicky. I can't do that right now. It is so it is it is it is it's a time capsule. I'm in a time capsule. I don't think anybody else can relate to what has happened. However, sharing knowledge, conversation, chopping things up, mixing up ideas is more preferred to me than wasting my time with like a drama or you go to bad attitude and you do the same thing over and over again. It's no fun. It's really no fun. Like you learn MMA. If people want to mess around with you, learn MMA. You think you know how this game goes? There was two lads, two geezers. One was Jewish, one was a Jit. Jiu-jitsu. Who sued who? The Jew, the Jit. None of us says the rest. Otherwise, what I used to hear, what I used to say, eat and train. Eat and train. Eat, train, do what you gotta do, repeat. Oh my gosh. What are you gonna be when you're like 80 years old, 70? It's it's not funny now as well. It's like I've seen people now who I used to follow a long time ago. They're doing very well. They have great personalities. They have great characters. They have big followings. They're very popular. Uh, all of the stuff, cars, all the good things, clothes, jewelry, living the life steady, playing the time, playing the game. You know, they're doing their thing. And I know that in the easiest way, easiest terms, I don't feel that I don't even need that. Because this is not successful. This is not a success. And then, the opinion they're gonna think, oh, you're just trying to be like them. Oh, you're just trying to do this and do that. And that's not true either. One of these things is that when you know, you know. And if you don't, you don't. You either take part in it or you don't. Like this went so far that I had to send a death threat. And only to put myself on the most wanted list of who? A buzzword? Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah, buddy, we know about that one too. Like she got it going. Shorty was she got it going. You can't say that word, especially not on a plane. So, like, there's two very different levels of consciousness, particular levels, particular things, particular this. Hip hop's come off the charts. So much is going to change. There was this other thing that I managed to come across. Last few things. And it is of an individual giving an explanation on how filmmaking is changing and how the scripts that are made are being considered. Simply because, I was made aware again that the human is not changing. They sit and they're on their phones all day. And that is just not what I do. So that's not on here. The whole thing about being on your phone is really annoying to me. It's really annoying. It's the worst thing you could do, especially if I'm around you. You're very annoying. You're a very annoying person. You don't even give anyone eye contact. You don't even look them in the eye. You don't even acknowledge that they're here. You could have been on loudspeaker. It's a very sad world. A lot of people lost a lot of respect. and all this bloody nonsense about changing this tone in your voice, trying to make you feel any way, shape, or form any better. Man, I'm gone off. I wouldn't mind waking up tomorrow and just find that money had grown on trees. Eventually there will be no money. All right. And we're done. Don't get me wrong, I'll repeat this. I'm not going to be on social media as much as you think I am from now on. Most of mine will tell in time.